Hello and welcome to the Rotary eClub of Silicon Valley's program for this week. Every week we bring to you something, an exciting topic about innovation, technology, and education. I'm very excited to have this week with us a very exciting speaker. Before we introduce her, let me go ahead and introduce some of the folks we have on the call. So we have Christy Goverson, who is our newest member, actually. Oh, whoa, this is Christy's first meeting as a new member. Oh my gosh. And Christy is in Montana, all the way in the middle of the United States. And then to the right of Christy, we have Elsa. And Elsa is a Rotary actor from Oklahoma. And she's been actually 100% attendance to our meetings for this Rotary year, which is kind of cool. Whoa. And then at the bottom we have Shags. Shags is our membership chair, and he's also one of our awesome club members in the Bay Area, and a really good chef. So if you're ever in the Bay Area, try some of his food. And then next to Shags, we have Yvonne. Yvonne is also one of our club members in the Bay Area, who's a teacher, and she's starting her master's program pretty soon, actually. So very exciting. And then now, let me go ahead and introduce to you our speaker, and that is Karolina. Karolina is from Poland. She is the founder and president of Spontime. She's also a Rotary actor, and that's actually how I met Karolina. So she reached out to our Rotary eClub a few months ago when she was visiting in San Francisco, where she was doing some kind of accelerator program through the Polish embassy, which I'm sure she'll explain a little bit more in her presentation. But without further ado, I'm going to turn the floor over to Karolina. Go ahead, take it away.
All right. So first of all, thank you for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's always a pleasure to connect with Rotary clubs around the world. And anywhere I go, I always reach out to people and from Rotary, and that's how I met Miri, like he said. So first, maybe I will mention that I already got in contact with your club in March 2016. I got mentorship session with Mr. Rushton Harvey and other Rotaractors, and the session was really helpful, and it gave me a lot of advice and insight of what I should do and what steps I should take. Also legal stuff, which are very confusing for person not from the US, because I'm from Warsaw, Poland. All right, so let me introduce myself. I'll share my screen. So I'll show you some photos. So I'm a past Rotary exchange student, and in high school I participated in a Rotary exchange program, and here are the photos. I was 16 when I left the US, and actually that was the time when that was the year the Rotary exchange that completely changed my life, because before that I always wanted to be a doctor. So I took advanced physics, chemistry, biology, and after my year with Rotary, I decided I want to do business, because I loved all the events, organizing, charity, and I got really involved in it. So after I came back, I decided to enroll into business school in Poland, and I was also actively involved in Rotaract. So then in my second year of college, I left to another exchange to National University of Singapore, and it made me very passionate about technologies, innovations, because Singapore is extremely modern and innovative country. So that was the time when I really when I really decided that I not only want to do business, but I also want to go into technology business, and I got very passionate about Silicon Valley and all this stuff. And also, Rotary opened my eyes for travel and being in the internationality and globalization. So after my exchange, I visited almost 40 countries around the world, and that helped me really observe my peers and the behaviors, the cultures, and compare, and then really got into some insights of what I need right now and what I'm using right now as an entrepreneur. So I can so that's just the introduction, but I just want to say that it wouldn't have happened without the Rotary, and I'm really really grateful for that. All right, so where we are right now after the session that we had together in March, so a lot has happened and a lot have changed. So since that time we've appeared in major TV shows, radio shows around the world, not only in Poland but also in the Europe and Latin America and in the US. For example, Huffington Post or Forbes or Digital Trends. So it was very exciting. And also, right now we have almost 90 people from all over the world working for Spontime because they just love the idea of the application and they want to promote it in their countries and they want to be a part of it. And we got contacted by two major venture capital funds from Silicon Valley who want to meet us when we are there. So I'm very excited to go to San Francisco and meet with all these, big investors. But I can't say anything yet. But I can only say that they invested in some great apps. So we have good. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have the word. Okay, so right now maybe I'll show you what Spontime is and how it works, and then I'll share with you the story of how it started, so that you know what I'm talking about actually. Okay.
Hi, my name's Mackenzie. I just downloaded a great new app called Spontime. While it's not officially released yet, I'm more than happy to tell you how it works. So, what is Spontime? Spontime, or Spontaneous Time, is an app that makes it easier to meet up with the people that you know. Do you have an hour between classes? Feel like going for a jog or grabbing lunch? No need to message your friends individually or deal with group messages. I hate group messages. If you don't have anything in mind, you can always check what your friends are up to so that you can quickly join them. If you need to plan more specifics, there's also a chat feature. Oh, my friend just said she'd meet me for coffee. Bye!
Okay, so that was actually my host sister from the US who stayed in my house when she was in Poland. She's also a past Rotary exchange student. Also the whole project is just cooperation of people from all over the place, and so I'll tell you more about it. So basically the idea behind Spontime is to make it easier to get together for spontaneous activities. So for example, if I want coffee right now, I won't have to call or message each person separately asking, hey, do you want coffee? Or wasting, half an hour to ask people. I just say coffee, pick time and place, and select people that I want to notify. So that was the basic idea. And right now we are already released, and we have feedback from users, and they all, not all, but many of them said that they would like public features. So you're actually the first people who get the information that we are introducing public events as well. So for example, when you are in new town, you will be able to say that I want coffee, and people around you, around 3 miles, see it, and they will be able to join you. So for example, 30 people can say that they are interested in joining you, and then you pick with whom you want to get coffee. So it's very easy and very fast to get together. So I'll just share my screen again when I'll be talking. Okay. So yes, so basically that's how the app looks like. So you have little squares, and then in the squares you see what other people want to do. And here are that's how public events look like. So you will be able to see how you are already able to see what people around you want to do. So let me tell you the story, how it started. It actually started in my university, at my university. So my classes got cancelled, and I had to wait 2 hours for my next class. So I called my friends if they are around and if they want to meet, but none of them was there. So I decided I of course wouldn't call more than 5 friends. So then I gave up and I went to the cafeteria and I waited 2 hours by myself with my laptop for my next class. And then I came back to the class and I met my friend who told me that he has also waited this 2 hours for the same class, but in the cafeteria downstairs. So we were both waiting at university for the same class at the same time, but I was upstairs and he was downstairs. So we started laughing that, of course, if we knew that we are together, we would have got together. So then I realized that there's actually no platform that is purely focused on meetings. So, for example, I wouldn't. So he wasn't my close friend, so I wouldn't call him or message him if he wants to meet with me, or I wouldn't write on Facebook wall that I want coffee or who wants coffee, or I wouldn't create event, or I wouldn't write a group message because we hate group messages. So then I realized that there should be something that allows us to give to notify our friends what we want to do, and then just join and then just see what's going on around and what our friends want to do, and we can join them very easily and quickly. So then I did research online and I realized that there used to be apps like that, but none of them really made it. So I decided that why not to give it a try, and I started looking for the developers the same day. Yeah, I came back from school and I started looking for developers, and we got many offers. And within a week, we already had a team. So it was like the first validation that I could tell that people really liked this idea, and they really finally want to focus more on real relationships instead of digital relationships. So they I can see it from my friends that we already are tired of all this social media and stuff. Actually, Digital Trends called Spontime the social media network that helps you spend less time on social media. So that's actually what we do. And then first we treated this like a very fun project outside of university, like after class project. So we really wanted to work on it. It just gave us a lot of fun. And then I presented it during my classes at school, because I study business school. So when we have marketing class or finance class, and then we had to do marketing campaign or financial project or business plan or anything, I always ask professors if I can do it for my my startup company that I'm working on, and they always agreed. They were very excited. So I presented it during the classes, and one of the professors said that he's in touch with many investors from the whole Europe, and he asked me if he can send my presentation to them. So I of course agreed, but I didn't treat it very seriously. And then we were very shocked when that were the Swedish investors, and we were very shocked when they came to Poland and they said they want to meet us and they want to talk about our app. So that was the first time when we actually believed that it goes in the right direction, that it goes somewhere, because we weren't even looking for the investors. So we met with them, and the next day they called me that they want to invest. So I was very surprised, and it was that was 2 months after we started, and I would never expect things happen this way. So that was when we actually believed that it makes sense, and we decided to work on it full time, and so that it's not only just fun project after class, but that we really want to make to see what happens if we work more. So then all we did was, we haven't signed with that investors, just by the way. We decided to wait and see what happens next. So we only started a Facebook page and profile on Startup Poland. It's a website for Polish startups. And we set up our profile there. And one journalist from one Polish site, he contacted us. He really liked the idea. He said that this social network is very interesting because it connects both digital and real world. And he wants to write an article about us. So of course we were very happy, and we answered all the questions. And then the article came out, and it was the most shared article in the history of the site. So it was like crazy. We didn't expect that, and it was shared more than I guess 2,000 or 3,000 times, which is a lot for this site. And since that time we appeared in all this media, and all the buzz started, and it was not planned, and we didn't actually do, like, it all happened by itself. So this is some of the media we appeared in. It's the biggest TV shows in Poland, the TV news, and then after that we appeared also abroad. So we could tell that the people got really interested in the idea and in the app. And then we every day since then I receive more than 50 or sometimes more than 100 messages from people saying that they really like it, that it might be very useful, and they want they keep their fingers crossed, and that they hope it works out, because they would really like to use it with their friends. So what was very interesting for me was that many of them asked how could they help and what they could do to help us, to help our team, and to help to make Spontime be the next big app. So it was very nice. Of course, we where is it? So sorry. It just that was Spontime 5 days after release. It was 2 months ago. So we were in more than 50 countries 5 days after we released, and the media in the other countries, some international. So when the people messaged us and asked how they could help, I got the idea that why not to let's say launch a Spontime national representative program. So what we did was we decided to have one representative of Spontime in each country, and they will help, be responsible for representing Spontime in their countries, and also help to make, to share their ideas, and they're just a part of the project. So we started 2 weeks ago, and I can already say that it definitely outrun my expectations, because all these people are very involved and very engaged, and they really love to be a part of it. And we created like a global community where we communicate, share our ideas, insight, but also learn from each other, because each person has completely different view and perspective. So it's very interesting to work on one project from like all these different sides of the world. So that's our team, and that's it. So I can also show you one video which they sent me today. So the representatives, they created a video by themselves. That was their idea, and they want older people to focus on, because the whole idea of Spontime is to focus on real life, not the digital life, so that we have only 26,000 days to live, and we should make each of them count. And when we spend all days online, it's a waste of our days. So that they did the video, and I'll just show you because they just sent it to me yesterday, and I think you might like it.
In our lives, we experience about 26,000 days, maybe more, maybe less. But how much of the time are we really spending with the people we care about? We spend more than 40% of our lives with technology and only 6.8% with family and friends.
That's only 1,768 days. So what will you do with your time?
In this day and age, we have a lot of digital experiences. We've created a whole new form of reality with social media and technology. But does that really fulfill us?
When it comes down to it, we were meant to thrive in the real world. We were meant to experience this world with other humans, to touch, see, smell, and hear everything around us.
We just need to use all the moments we are given. 26,000 days. Make them count.
So yeah, so that was just very, very nice, because that was their idea to create video like this, and they just shared it with me, and they want us to post it. And it's really nice to see that people all over the world really believe in what we just started as a fun project after class, and now it becomes something really big. And I mean, I'm very excited for what can come next, because anything what's happened here so far was not planned. And so that's it. So I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. I just shared with you the story of how it started and what we did, and I don't know what you might want to know.
Terrific. That was terrific, Karolina. I'm really quick, so we have applause. Yay! I have like this YouTube applause sound effect that I play.
Oh.
So it sounds like there's a crowd in the background. That was a great presentation. Really quick, I know we have some questions from folks. Feel free to use the raise hand button. And before we start, I'm going to start off with a question of my own, but also I know that the video, for me at least, it froze a little bit. So we'll probably get a copy of the video from you afterwards, and that way we'll have the video underneath this program video for people to take a look at as well. But one question I had for you, because you just mentioned that you're doing public events, which I think is really exciting. Yes. And it popped into my head immediately. Are you going to offer one of the features as like a Pokemon Go meetup? Because obviously definitely trending in the world right now. People are already getting out there to meet people. I think it would make a lot of sense if that was an option. Instead of getting coffee, let's meet and catch Pokemon or talk about Pokemon.
Yeah, so actually many of the representatives also had the same idea. The day the Pokemon Go came out, they're like, Karolina, we have to make a Pokemon Go meetup. So yes, I mean, probably we'll think about something like this, and we already have some nice ideas of how to do it.
Nice. Awesome. And then Christy, I think you have a question. Go ahead.
I do. So you're coming to San Francisco, obviously, to meet with some investors and be doing that. Is your plan to stay in Poland, though? I mean, to keep it housed and headquartered in Poland, or is the plan to headquarter it somewhere else? And if so, is the Bay Area where you're looking, or are you looking at other places to headquarter?
Mm-hmm. So we already have headquarters in the US because we are registered in the US, and I just had to stay in Poland to graduate from my school, to finish school, and I just finished 2 weeks ago, and I'm all ready to go. And I'm planning to buy tickets for from July until Christmas, and then we'll see what happens. So I will definitely be there, and I want to have my like finance, marketing, and the business team there, but I want to keep my development team in Warsaw. because of the costs. The cost of developing a mobile app in Eastern Europe, in Poland, in Ukraine, it's 17 times cheaper than in the US. But also what's very important is that we have the Polish developers are considered one of the best developers in the world. So I can say they are very detail oriented, and they are well educated. So I think that I'll just keep them there for now, and then we'll see what happens. But for now, we are saving money and bootstrapping. So for now, I'll be there, and they will be here, and then we'll see.
Well, congratulations on graduating too.
Thank you.
That's awesome. If anyone else has any questions, just wave at me or something, let me know. So Karolina, what are some of the I guess struggles that you faced while getting your app from development to app stores and Play Store, because your app's available out there in the market. Anyone can download it. I know that a couple people have already commented. Elsa and Shags have already said they downloaded your app during this call. So it's definitely out there. So what are some of the, I guess, obstacles you came in or struggles for getting?
In general, in having a startup, or in particular in the app in the development?
Yeah, in particular with either the app development process or getting your app approved into the app stores.
So getting the app approved was not very complicated. The most complicated part was the company things, because we released the app from the company account, not from my personal account. So you have to have all the numbers and the UNS, and it took us 2 months to do all the formal stuff. So that the bureaucracy was kind of complicated. But with the app development, what I hate the most is that I'm not a technical person. So I can't check if everything is correct, or if the code is actually written on the right platform in the right language, or of course I can always ask advice, but I'm not technical, so I trust my developers. But of course sometimes, like in all IT stuff, things change and then you have to change everything. So for example, Facebook blocks something, and then you can't use this feature when we already had it developed. Or Amazon breaks down for one day, and then nothing works for your app. So this IT stuff, we are all dependent from all these different clouds and softwares, and these are the struggles, because also, like, our biggest struggle was that we were all ready to launch the app, and then we realized that our backend developer wasn't thinking about big scale, but in small scale. So let's say our app wouldn't handle more than a couple thousand people. So we decided to write whole backend from the beginning, when we already announced in April that we will release the app next week. So, and then we released the app 2 months later. So we had to, it puts your company in a bad light, because you say something and then people see that then you have to, that you're not trustworthy or something like this, because you say you will release in April, and then you release in the end of May. So, but we had to do it, and we had many moments when we wanted to give up, but then we always look back, and then we see from how much work we already put in it, and then we decide to move on, and yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Growth spurts and pains of a startup company. So, Shags, I think you were waving your hand earlier. I wasn't sure if it was a question or if you're waving for the sake of waving.
Waving away a bug? No. It's just a fascinating story. And I love how you were able to take it from, and pardon the changes here, the wind's blowing and the curtains are changing the light on me. How you were able to take an idea and bring it to actual reality. And I've had some great ideas for apps. I have no idea where to start with it. So would you be available for bouncing ideas off of?
Oh, so sure. So I already had thousands of ideas before, and I never done anything with it. So I had one great idea for 3 years, and I never made the first step. And then I was mad that when I saw this idea on the App Store. So first of all, you have to look for I don't know if you're a technical guy or you're a business. So you would have to find developers.
Yeah.
So first thing I did was to go on Facebook and post about my idea for different Facebook groups. And then I went to universities, to meetups for mobile developers. And then I just told people about my idea. And I asked, hey guys, do you want to join my team? That's my idea. And, and I just told them about it. And then I could tell that they liked it. So many people wanted to join.
And how do you plan to monetize this, if at all?
Sorry?
How do you plan to monetize this, if at all?
Yes. We had a great plan, so otherwise investors wouldn't want to invest. But we have, it's mostly based on the ads, but also since our app is for, spending time together and for your free time, so we want to cooperate with some free time, like outlets like restaurants or cafes or theaters, some places that help you spend time together in real life. So that's our plan. So
it just hit me. Part of your ad campaign for that could be, if you're looking for somebody to do it here. So all the little locations pop up that are available for what you want to do.
Wait, what do you mean?
So if you said coffee, and the app would recognize that you were putting coffee in, so the ads would then filter for all the coffee shops in the area and pop it up.
Yeah, so that's what we want to do. We want to have the ads, but they will be strictly targeted for. So let's say if you go jogging very often, then we will show you an ad for the marathon, and then if you sign up to the marathon through our app, then we get the commission. And it's like we have many different ideas, but we want the app to be free. So we have to think about other ways of monetizing.
It's fascinating. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. We have time for a couple more questions. Elsa has a question. Go ahead, Elsa.
Well, I actually typed it in the box. I think it's really cool that at just 21, like, you have this amazing business. When I was younger, I always wanted to try to start something on my own. But to be honest, I really don't know a lot about business. Like, I'm not a business major at my university, so I always wonder, like, the logistics, like when you have an idea, like how to take it from just an idea to the next step. So I guess my question is for those who really don't have like a stronger foundation in the business field, like which aspects of business would you recommend like novice entrepreneurs to learn more about, like marketing, or I don't know, like the fundamentals of business, I suppose?
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, I think that you don't need business education to start your own business. There are many people who never studied business, and I think the most important are soft skills. So I always, because in Poland we have many great ideas in business, innovative, projects, technical projects, but people can't really sell these projects. So I think the most important part of any business is to sell, because even if you have a wonderful product and you don't know how to sell it to investors or to stores or to your clients or to your users, they won't want to use it. So if I could recommend like developing one skill or one let's say subject, that would help you in business would be the selling, probably. Because like, I guess if you're a good seller, you can sell any crappy product, really.
That's funny. It reminds me of something someone once told me. Several years ago, I spent a year as an insurance agent actually, and someone told me, well, if you can sell insurance, you can sell anything because you're literally selling nothing.
That's
You're selling something nobody wants, but everybody needs, but they hope they never use it.
That's right. That's right. We are just about out of time. So, Karolina, we're going to turn it over to you for some last words, and then I'm just going to go ahead and close up the meeting. So, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Okay, yeah, so again, thank you very much for inviting me here. As I say, it's always a pleasure to connect with Rotary. And like I said at the beginning, I don't think any of it would happen without Rotary. If I wouldn't participate in exchange, I would go into medicine. Or if I wouldn't be in Rotaract, I wouldn't get all sorts skills and meet all these international people who are part of Spontime right now and help me and give me. It just gave me another perspective. So thank you, Rotary, for being here and for helping me and the whole world.
Awesome. That's a great
Spasiba. Thank you.
Karolina, thank you so much for taking your time to present to us. Karolina's company, Spontime, is available right below this video. There will be a link to her company website, but it's also available on your local app store as well as Play Store. So feel free to download her app, check it out, and ask her questions if you have any questions at the comment section at the bottom of this meeting. Thank you for joining us for this week's program of the Rotary eClub of Silicon Valley. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.